Hello guys, my name is Nick and today I want to talk about my Kickstarter campaign that wasn't successfully funded in hopes to show you some of the mistakes in which I think I've made so you don't have to go through the same thing. Let's start off by taking a look at the video. I wanted to create a video that was captivating to not only kids but any adults or anybody that actually watched it. I tried to follow the same templates that I've seen by other successful campaigns that was in the realm of children's books, picture books, middle grade books. So let's take a look.
Hello everyone, I'm Nicholas Sampson and today I wanted to announce my new book, Melissa Douglas and the No Bullies Allowed Club. It's a story of epic proportion. Imagine it's your first day in middle school. You don't have any hot water to take a shower in because your pesky little brother used it all. You're late to your bus stop, which causes you to miss the bus. You somehow get caught in the middle of food being thrown in the cafeteria. Then you get into it with two of the meanest bullies who have ever roamed the middle school hallways. All because you try to do the right thing. My new book, Melissa Douglas and the No Bullies Allowed Club, is a middle grade book for ages 9 to 12. Readers get to follow the main character's journey from sadness, fear, and failure to happiness, confidence, and victory. Oh, and did I forget to mention, it's the biggest battle in middle school history. It's the bullies versus the anti-bullies. Which side are you on? I can't wait for you all to read it.
So with the video that I created, this is me, not only me personally speaking, because of course that's biased because it's my video, but I had a lot of people tell me that it was captivating. I had, my mentor told me it was captivating. She thought it did well. It actually earned the badge on Kickstarter for Projects We Love. If you actually look, you can see it right here, Projects We Love. So I thought the video was very captivating. We can actually go down and look at the overall campaign as well. So if you see here, I wanted to create images that, as I stated before, were captivating. So I used a warning sign, the No Bullies Allowed, written in what looks like kids' handwriting, as well as mock-ups to grab the attention of anybody who saw the campaign to make it look official and crisp and clean. So I got great feedback on that. I got great feedback on even the story. Once again, I'm using captivating images. I use the colors of yellow and red for advertising. I kind of stuck with that because of what I saw. I forgot, I read something that were talking about how the colors of red and yellow in advertising does something to the human mind. I forgot. And that's why you see it like in food industry a lot. But so I stuck with that. I thought it was great. I thought it fit what I was trying to do. The whole color scheme of my book, everything made sense to go that way. So I just did the whole campaign in yellow and red. Our mission, once again, I wrote out whatever the mission was, what our mission was. I used captivating images, the map, which is an illustration that's actually in the book. And, we're talking about the goal of what we're trying to build, why we need your help. Once again, I'm using captivating images. That's what I wanted to do throughout the whole campaign. I didn't want it to be so simple where I'm just using simple posts of saying like why we need you or whatever. I wanted it to be captivating to show the audience that I put a lot of effort and money in this project, which I did using like illustration. I think my illustrator was incredible with the way he drew everything I asked him to. So then we come down to the rewards, right? This is like your the main reason people start supporting the book. Of course, they love your concept, but they want to make sure that they're getting a bang for their buck when they're buying something like this. Because this is a pre-order. Before you put it on Amazon or anything else, these guys or whoever you're selling to can actually order the book prior to anybody else. So we're going to start off with my first rewards. We had it listed where it was $15 for an ebook club. Digital ebook, PDF, and EPUB. Now, now that I kind of think back on that, maybe that was a little far-fetched. If you really look at KDP, you can go on KDP and get a digital book or something like that for $5. But the I think we ended up deciding to do it at this price range because exclusivity. I think that's what it was. I think I'm saying that right. I think it was more so because you would have a copy of it sent to you. Nobody else would have it, besides the people that actually purchased it that way. Then we moved to, I mean, so maybe with the EPUB, I could have dropped it to 10, maybe. I don't know. I didn't see a lot of people gravitating towards that either way. Um, then we go to the paperback book club, right? So you'll have what? The paperback copy of the book, and I will include your name and the thank you credits in the back of the book. So just think about this. We thought this was a great idea because not only are you purchasing a book, but you're a part of a book, right? So you purchased the item, but your name lives as long your name lives in this book as long as the book is available. So John Doe buys a book at this price range, and in the back of the book it says "Thank you, John Doe," and you can always tell your kids, your grandkids, or whoever you had a part in this book. So we thought this was a great idea. To this day, I still think it was a great idea. Launch Day Special is 35. It's a signed paperback book. Because we didn't sign the $25 one, but it's a signed silicone bracelet, which is the No Bullies Allowed bracelet, the digital ebook, which is a PDF, and I would include your name in the back. So I thought that was a lot of bang for your buck when you're doing something of that nature. Then we moved up to $50. We had two signed paperback books, bracelets club, right? So you had two signed paperback copies, two silicone bracelets, digital ebook, and your name in the book. So then we started moving up because when you dealing with trying to fund something as high as like 8,000, when you get past that $5,000 range, you don't want to have so many small price targets where a $50 hit, because you don't know if you're going to get 100 backers. Of course, we all hope that we would get 100 backers, but it's just the nature of the beast. You would rather have a higher price target to reach that goal with as a minimum as possible people, opposed to having a lot of people just buying $5 here and $10 here. So we started amping up the prices, which was still giving you, a bang for your buck. You're getting $150. $150 to get you 4 signed copies, 4 bracelets, a digital poster, a signed copy of my children's book, the the digital EPUB book, and 2 names in the credits. So now you can put your name and a family member's name in the book. And then we jumped up to the $500, which was a classroom set. I actually had somebody buy that. Which is 20 signed copies, 20 silicone bracelets, a No Bullies Allowed digital poster, ebook, and I would include, I want to say 3 names in the book. I didn't want to put like 20 names in the book because it would. I felt like it was starting to get like real cluttery in the back credits, and I didn't want to do that. But it worked out. It was somebody actually bought it. And then the last one is pretty much the same as the classroom set, but it was a author visit, which was a Zoom call or something of that nature. Nobody purchased that one, but somebody did get the one prior to that. And then we can scroll down. Once again, I'm using captivating images that I feel are captivating. No Bullies Allowed Club. I wanted to show like togetherness. So use that. Then my bio, illustrator, commonly asked questions. So this is pretty much the theme of my whole campaign. I really thought that, to be honest with you, I really thought the silicone bracelets was going to take off, because the goal of the silicone bracelets was to create community. It was to create togetherness within people that are getting bullied or either going through any type of adversity. I thought that having those bracelets on, if a kid or a student or whatever saw another kid with that on, they would feel like, okay, they're going through the same thing. I can talk to them. I can be friends with them. And eventually it's strength in numbers. if you got a lot of people wearing these bracelets, then if they're getting bullied, all they can all one team, one fight, or come together and talk to or devise a plan to talk to the principals or whatever it is. It was just to form togetherness, and I thought that was a great idea. Let's dig into some of my Facebook analytics because I did a lot of social media blast out for this campaign, which I thought was on a great path of being successful. But I digress. Anyway, so I dropped the first post about this campaign on, I think it was like August 1st, and we can really dig into that to see what happened. So you had 5,000 impressions, post reach 4,000, let's say 4,700 people, post engagement 579 people. If you can look, you got 96 likes, 159 hearts. Let's see, we can scroll down. Reactions, comments. So you got people. I was getting a lot of congratulations, right? Which is, it's cool. But I could not figure out how to get that to transition over. That's probably like one of the biggest things that challenged me is getting all that stuff transferred over to a purchase. I got a lot of shares and other clicks. I think I had put a link in there to sign up for like an email list. So I had 63 people clicking on the link, but I can't recall how many actually signed up to my mailing list actually. I dropped a lot of posts though. I'm just going through the posts that got a lot of attention. I was dropping posts after August 1st a whole lot, but as you can see, a lot of these other posts were getting a lot of attention. And this was before I even started doing paid ads. I was just getting a lot of attention. But what makes this is something that you have to think about. I'm not sure. They say don't drop a campaign with a cold audience, right? And back in the day, they used to say when you drop in a book, always start talking about that book 6 months before its release date. But now the attention span in which I feel that we all have is very short. I would say drop it. This is just an opinion. I don't know if it would work. But I would say drop your first video of when you're actually going to drop, the month of when you're dropping. Because that's how the attention span of everybody is. Everybody's excited about you doing something, but if you doing it a month out or 2 months out and you constantly posting about it after that, you're going to start to see that Facebook engagement or social media engagement dwindle because they've already seen it. Regardless of how you reconfigure the campaigns or the images in which you create, they've already seen it. So that excitement is just constantly dwindling down. Like you can go from 4,000, let's say 4,700 people being reached to barely reaching 5 people without doing ads. Another thing you have to be careful about that I noticed is social media ads. The more it seemed like I started spending, the more my regular posts that I wasn't paying for weren't getting any traction. And then let's be honest, who are we to say that the the money that we spend on those ads, even if we're doing retargeting ads, are actually going to people or bots? I use retargeting ads in other business ventures as well, so I know how they work, and I utilized them with this campaign, and I was getting a lot of clicks, and they would click on the video, but once again, it didn't transition over. So to make a long story short, I would say one of the mistakes I think I made, maybe it was the tone of the video. So make sure that you have the right tone and know your audience on whatever you're talking about. I used an exciting tone in that video when maybe it should have been more sentimental because of the topic of bullying. But I didn't want to use something so sentimental because the book in which I created wasn't a book so much so about how to defeat bullies. It wasn't a how-to book. It was one of those books that you create to kind of get you lost in what's going on, but to also inspire you. To your audience, don't post about your Kickstarter campaign too early. I know it's a thin line between it all, man, but don't post too early because the excitement of that Kickstarter campaign will dwindle real fast. The other thing is your mailing list. Make sure your mailing list doesn't consist of family and friends. It's cool to have your family and friends, they love you and all that stuff, but you want to find your actual niche. You want to make sure that you're giving away, if you're giving away freebies like free PDFs and all that stuff. Yeah, you're gonna. I've talked to somebody that was actually in the little group that we were in doing Kickstarter campaign, and they said that they had like maybe 1,000 people from doing lead magnets, but maybe only 2 people bought a book. So it's really hard to find that niche that you need to jump in. Another one, you're going to be told to post in Facebook group or social media groups. In those groups now, they have it, don't solicit, right? They'll say don't solicit. I reached out to several bullying groups, even telling them that I would pay them 20% to post this about this book, just to see if people were interested in it. They can use a 20% to go to whatever organization they wanted it to go to, or they can utilize it for, themselves. Nobody responded back. Nobody was interested in that. But yeah, nobody was interested at all. They wouldn't even respond. Even like bullying organizations I reached out to. Another pushback that I dealt with, and it was kind of frustrating, is people calling it a fundraiser, which it is technically, but I have been talking to a newspaper or journalist or whatever for probably a month, maybe a month and a half before the book was released. I was sending images and everything. They were excited about it. They got all my bio information. They got everything about the book, the images. They loved it. And then the week of that the book launched, I reached back out to make sure we was all still on the same page, and that it was no misunderstanding of what I was trying to accomplish. They stated that they can't post articles about fundraisers. But I would think like a topic like bullying would be something to get everybody's attention, right? Even though it wasn't a money play, but I would think that the subject of bullying would get a lot of people's attention. But it didn't. So something I was really looking forward to was that I really thought was going to help the campaign. It got canceled. So just be aware of how you handle and explain everything with the people or companies that you're trying to market towards. That's another thing. So those are the mistakes in which I think I made. You can try to go live more, but once again, I didn't do live a lot. Like I did it maybe once or twice. I didn't see a lot of engagement, but I didn't stay on there long enough to have that type of engagement. So maybe going live could help get awareness to it. But at some point, I think I started off the first 4 days. I got close. Maybe the first 5 days, I got all the way up to maybe like 4,000. So I was on track to get to where I was, but then everything just fizzled out. I started seeing my Facebook ads not really being maximized. Like I was spending more money than I was making. Whereas, it was just one of those things. So be careful with the Facebook marketing and all that stuff too. So other than that, I thought Kickstarter was a great experience. It was something new to me. I never done before. Will I use it again? Probably not. I just don't think it was something that fits what I was trying to do. Because Kickstarter is an all or nothing, so you can do a lot of work. And I knew that before, but I also thought that I would reach that goal with ease. But Kickstarter is one of those things where you do a lot of work, and if you don't meet that goal, it just drains you because it feels like everything was for nothing. But those are just the mistakes in which I think I made. And once again, it could be just like I said, the tone of the video. Maybe I wasn't aware of how people would take the subject and the video together. Meaning, of course, I know bullying is a serious issue. I understand the severity of the issue, but I didn't want to create a how-to type of book. I was creating something um, that would inspire kids, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I just kept. I know I kept getting messages of how to back the campaign, and I'm just like, you click the back. I even created a video on how to back the campaign, and people were still asking how to back the campaign. So those are the things that I went through. Once again, these are just my experiences. This is nothing against Kickstarter. You can have a successful campaign. It can be totally different from the experience in which I've had, but I just wanted to give some insights on it. Thanks for watching. Peace.